Welcome to More Than Mindset, the only podcast that bridges the gap between spirituality and success. Go beyond the mind with clarity and confidence coach Kim Guillory and learn how to integrate your passion to serve with your skills and experience to create a business you love. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. I am home this weekend. It has been quite a while that I have been home on the weekend. And it's kind of nice. I'm getting caught up on all things back end, like taxes and 1099s, reports, taking care of business, a lot of, things that were hanging around or I was on the tail end of that weren't complete yet, which brings me right in to today's show. I am talking about ending cycles, and this is not easy for us. It's kind of like decluttering. Leaving a bunch of cycles open is like having clothes that doesn't fit, multiple pairs of shoes that are like a backup, like extras. So in business and in relationship, when we leave cycles opened, it creates issues because we can't focus. We can't focus on what we want to create. You remember last week's episode, I talked about co-creating. This kind of follows up from there. It's when we are trying to create something new, or we are now a new identity and we are focused on building something that wasn't before. And we are holding on to the extras. Like a great example of this is I was always afraid of not being able to support myself. So I had a lot of backup jobs. So there were cycles that were still open. I actually still renew my cosmetology license. I had a CDL license and I did not want to let it go just in case I had to drive a bus, just in case I needed the insurance, just in case. And that's what I mean by not ending cycles. I eventually got rid of that, mostly because I wanted to take some gummies to sleep, and that creates an issue with passing my test. Anyway, back to the show. So open cycles creates distraction and divided attention. And when you are creating something, you want to be focused on what you are creating. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to build my coaching or massage business to $5,000 or $6,000 a month. Let's just say $50,000, $60,000 a year. And that's all I wanted to do. But I kept cheating on my coach or massage business by doing some extras, right? So instead of going all in, I was half or quarterly serving a backup plan just through the energy of holding on to it. And I wasn't fully invested or committed to moving forward. Therefore, I wasn't practicing that discipline that is required in order to create or co-create. So coming back to the $5,000 or $6,000 a month as a massage therapist or a coach, if you want to create, if you want to get to six figures, it starts by creating sustainable, predictable qualities in your business. So you have to be able to do it again and again over time. And you need to be able to predict it coming in because you have to acclimate to this new environment of having or havingness. So when I was practicing holding on to other things like the CDL, I was still doing massage, I was still teaching yoga, was still doing some fitness member stuff. I still had tanning beds and pedicure chairs. And then, so it's like I'm kind of doing a little bit here and a little bit there. And I had the excuse that I didn't want to be bored and I liked the variety. The problem with that is I wasn't growing my coaching business. So I had weight loss and wellness meetings in the evening, like every Thursday night. I had an in-person weight loss and wellness meeting where clients would come in and then we would do some work online, but mainly it was the in-person. But at the same time, I still had tanning beds and I still had fitness classes and I still had like massage going on and massage events, but I wasn't all in on my coaching business. So I was divided. My attention was divided. My mind was divided. The action steps were divided because I was kind of cheating on what I want just in case. So do you guys do that? Are you still holding on to something just in case the thing that you really want doesn't work out? It's like I'm holding on to the old boyfriend in case this marriage doesn't work out. So then I can go to this backup plan and I won't be alone, right? That kind of thing. So I was thinking about it this week. I was talking to my team and we were focused on, like, we're really scaling this business this year. We're doing way more live events. We're boosting up eSchool and Self-Healing Masters. And I'll take more coaches through the integrative or advanced mind-body coach training. And in order to do that, we're going to have to let go of something. There is no way that we can keep doing what we're doing, keep holding on to some of that old stuff, and focus and give 100% of our attention to the thing that we want to create. It's impossible. So it's a lot like, imagine you are coming in to the house and you picked up a bunch of things from inside the car. Or let's say you came back from grocery shopping and you've got all of these things in your hand and then you can't open the new door. Like you got too much stuff. And that's what it's like when you have these backup plans, whether it's things or people or jobs or habits. It happens in our relationships. But what I'm talking about today is when you are creating new beliefs and a new identity, and you have a new end game in mind. Let's say you want to make more money, you want to change your career, you want to live a different lifestyle. So that's on your vision board. You've got it all laid out. But then you have these old sneaky habits that don't align with it. So I'm just going to go down the vision board. Let's say lose 30 pounds and get in shape, get more fit. And then you're still like having the pizza and margaritas and tacos and chips and salsa. Like you keep the old habits and then you have this vision of the new. So you're not willing to let go of the short term in order to have the long term. And then right underneath that, you have your financial goal. So let's say you want to make 6 figures this year and you are not going all in because you have this just in case backup plan. So kind of like the example I was using earlier, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of the old stuff, or just in case somebody calls that I can still offer that in case I have a slow month. I'm going to keep the CDL in case I have to go drive a bus, right? Whatever it is. So you have all of these doors open instead of ending the cycles, closing those doors, and then going all in on the one door. So I'm curious, how many of you are still half-assing it in a relationship or in a job, or maybe you're a multitasking entrepreneur like I was, and you've got all these options or backup plans. So what happens when your hands are full and your attention is divided, your mind is focused on holding on so that those things don't fall. So it's like keeping them intact, keeping them front and center, or maybe back and center. And you're really desiring to go forward. You really want this more improved relationship, better money in your bank account, and doing the things that you really love to do. But you think that you have to hold on to the backup plan just in case it doesn't work. And so then it doesn't work. And it's because you're thinking about the thing that you don't want to let go of, rather than spending your time and attention and imagination and creating this new excited vibration with this image of what it is that you really want. If you were focused fully on that coaching business or whatever the thing that you want to grow that's going to bring you more money, if you were 100% committed and disciplined and taking action steps that were aligned to that vision, you would get there. Without a doubt, you would get there. So I'm curious, how much time do you spend juggling the things that you don't want to let go of, the cycles that are open, the doors that are open? How much time and energy is spent focused on that? That's dividing your attention and preventing you from going into the door that's going to give you what you want. That's it. Just wanted to open the conversation for that. We're going to continue to bring this same topic in with relationships and with business and with money and friendships. That's something that came up in Self-Healing Masters a couple of times this week. And with clients is they're no longer the person that they used to be, but there's relationships that they have this divided attention, that when they're with this certain crowd or these certain people, that they go back to the old identity in order to relate. And so they're not consistently being the new interpretation or the new identity or the future self. They're like, I'm practicing it sometimes, but not all the time. So it goes back to, if you have the weight loss and wellness, well, I kind of do it, but it was so-and-so's birthday and we were going out to Mexican, or we're on vacation and, they had this, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, these events that we think are occasional. If you wrote it down on your calendar, I guarantee you it would not be sporadic, occasional. It would be consistent. And so that distraction or that division, it's what's stopping you from getting what you want. It's not that you can't have what you want. It's that you don't fully believe you have what you want. So you're not staying on track. You're not focused. You're bailing out. You're cheating with the old stuff. You're holding too many things in your hands. There are too many doors that are open. And that's why you're not getting it. So the last example I'm going to give is starting your coaching business or becoming a full-on entrepreneur, whatever that service is for you. And you're like, I'm still working at this office, or I'm still, kind of do this part-time, and I kind of do this over here. Maybe I do a haircut and a pedicure and some tanning and some fitness. And then whatever's left or whatever I can fit in, or when somebody wants me to do coaching, then I go do that. So that's the problem. So what I'm going to offer you this week is, first of all, write down what it is that you really want. If you want to quit your corporate job or quit the half-assing and go all in on yourself, what do you need to make? 50,000, 60,000, 100,000? What do you need to replace? Decide that first. And don't get all crazy and think you got to go all the way to the millions. Let's be really practical about this. What would you need every month in order to never go back to whatever it is that you're doing right now? What would get you out the door? What would close the door? Decide that first. That's going to be your first financial goal. What do I need to get out of here? What do I need to close that door? What do I need to end that cycle for good? And then you do that first. So you write it down, and then you map out how many clients, how much do you need to charge them? What do you need to do to get, let's just say you need 20 clients this year in order for you to meet that amount. Then the next question, your reverse engineering, is how many people do I need to get in front of for me to convert those 20 clients? So it might look like I need to get in front of 300 people in order for me to find these high quality 20 clients. Then you're going to ask, so how do I get in front of 300 people? Maybe it would look like doing 6 webinars or live events or challenges, and each one brings in 50 people. And 50 people. And so now you know what to focus on. So you've got to find something that's interesting, exciting, valuable, that people want to hear about. And so you just get to work, promote. You bring the numbers in, you fill the seats. That's all you focus on. One thing, you're just filling the seats. That's all you're focusing on. Once the seats are full, that's the hard part, guys. So if you can get the people in the seats and you can give them value, I guarantee you they will convert. So do you see what I'm saying about if you're focused on doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I'm kind of juggling, I got a bunch of doors open, you're not going to be able to do this. You're going to give it an option. You're going to make it an option, and you're going to make it non-negotiable. But if you decide, okay, I need $60,000 for me to walk out the door this year, right? So that's like $5,000 a month. So if my package is $2,500, that means I need to sign 2 clients a month. What events can I offer, maybe for free or low end price, so that I can get 20 to 50 people in the seats? So 2 of those will work with me. And then the next month you do it again. Or maybe you get 6 people to convert. So you've got that first quarter taken care of. Can you see where I'm going with this? It's just math after you make the decision. But the very first thing is you got to make the decision to close the cycles that you're moving away from. And it starts by first making the decision, having a plan, and then taking aligned action towards the plan, even though you're bridging both. So if you're still having to work full time until you get that $50,000, $60,000, then we're going to build a bridge. And so imagine the bridge is just one board at a time. I guarantee you can do this, but you got to step away from the employee mindset and you have to move into the entrepreneur or business owner mindset. So this is what we do in eSchool. We are helping massage therapists make $5,000 to $7,000 a month steady, every single month, predictable. We're helping coaches do the same thing, practitioners, pharmacists, and physical therapists and chiropractors who have left the brick and mortar, but more that employee based, and moved into client advocacy, where they are offering coaching or mind-body integration in order to help their clients heal their body with their mind. It's just different. But let me tell you, it is a huge difference to go from clocking in and someone giving you a paycheck, dollar for hour, or salary by the month, compared to you offering your service and them giving you the money. It's a mindset shift. So this is what I want to ask you this week. Decide what it is that you really want, and then decide what cycles need to be closed. We did an episode a while back that was called The One Thing, and that might be another one that you can go back and listen to. So this is all in the Co-Create series. How do I get the thing that I want? And I'm telling you, the number one thing is you have to decide, and then you have to practice discipline. You've got to be consistent, and you got to quit cheating on your dreams. It has to be non-negotiable. If you need help with that, come into our community. We can help you. And just so you know, we just scheduled our next live Belief and Business Boot Camp. It's going to be in Austin, Texas, April 14th through 16th. It'll be 3 days. So we're really going to identify, expose, smash those old habits, behaviors, and limiting beliefs so that we can create the newer beliefs that are aligned with what you want. And then we're going to have a full day of business mastermind that's going to happen at this event. So guys, you really want to be there. Come in. Well, we'll just post a link below if you're interested. There will be one online before then. Matter of fact, if you sign up for the Belief Bootcamp Live, you got to do it quick though. This has a time limit on it. I will give you the online one. So that is a bonus that I'm adding. So get signed up quickly. These seats will sell out. Matter of fact, we are between a third and half full already. So you don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. All right. So that's your assignment, is what cycles are still open? What doors are still open? What are you juggling in your hands? What do you really want? What do you need to start letting go of? Set your goal, reverse engineer, find out what number you need to start at, get to work. If you need help with this, come to eSchool. Send me an email, kim@kimguillory.com. Tell me you need more information, or click on the link below. And if you know someone who would be interested in the show, I would appreciate you sharing. Give us a review. 5-star rating would be greatly appreciated, so we can get this podcast into the hands of more people. Have an amazing week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.